All right, here we go, buddy. All right, I've known you for, like I said, 20 years. I've never seen you more excited in your life. I've seen you pheasant hunting. I've seen you skateboarding. But when you told me that you were starting a new venture with lumber, I'm like, what are you talking about? Enlighten me, my friend.
Yeah. I came across a few people that really pushed me to the next level to get me to build something great, and I'm building it along with them. So there's a few individuals. There's one in particular, Shirisha Ramdas. He's going to be our CEO. Manish Kumar, Greg Fast, Oleg Pravdan, Sandeep Yoli, Harish Reddy. I just have to give those guys a massive shout out, along with our sales team, Ashley, Megan, and Danielle. They've been tremendous because we already have people lined up at the door trying to get access to what we have to offer. And what that is Lumber is a construction workforce management platform dedicated to helping back office operations at all construction companies.
Now, you know a little bit about being in the construction company, and you saw it firsthand, correct?
Yeah, I used to be a carpenter. I mean, when your boss pays you with the paycheck where they're just writing it out with a pen and paper, and sometimes it could take a little bit longer than an instant pay. So you don't have to worry about, I mean, when you're dealing with modern technology, you don't have to worry about when that paycheck's coming in or having to go ask somebody for that. Chasing paper is never fun.
Ugh.
Never. So what we're doing different at Lumber, and we are specifically helping specialty contractors, subcontractors with time tracking, payroll, bookkeeping, job costing, invoice management, compliance, accounts payable, and accounts receivables. We're automating all of those processes.
I got to ask you a question. What makes you different than the guy on the road?
We are a construction tech company built by construction workers with the strongest engineering team based out of Silicon Valley. I mean, you're not going to get any better software than what we're building today. And along with, we have design partners that are from the construction industry to make sure that what we're building is specific and customized to construction companies in general. So there's companies out there that have payroll that are just generic payroll. Well, in construction, it's totally different. They're doing things differently. There's no one platform that handles all the construction needs the right way until now. And that's why I'm here to introduce Lumber. We are utilizing AI for time tracking and our payroll, and that's going to be something that we're super excited to highlight in our launch on September 12th.
Okay, enlighten me just a little bit of layman's terms, all right?
Yeah, so we're dumber than a box of rocks.
You are.
Have to slow it down.
You're dumber than I am. All
no,
right?
you're more dumber.
No, so
listen,
all right.
If you're a construction worker,
yes, sir,
and you're going to work, and the last thing that you want to deal with is clocking in on an application and get confused, or maybe you don't even have service, right? You're in a really remote area, and the last thing you could do is pull up your phone and log into some application and it doesn't clock you in correctly, and then you have to edit everything on the back end. No more of that. So our application, I mean, you're going to be able to pull it up and say, "Hey Siri, clock me in." Oh, actually, my Siri just pulled up. It was about to just clock me in. I was about to just start working right there. So, but it's going to be that simple to where you can just show up, tell your phone to clock you in, and our software does all the work behind the scenes. That's it. So you don't have to fiddle with any other applications or anything like that. And we do still have a way that we're just going to make it simple. One button, right? Clock in. Or two buttons, clock out, that's it. And then, of course, if you have breaks and whatnot, there's other features. Something that we've noticed when we talk to a lot of companies is the foreman runs the show as far as clocking the guys in. They show up to work. It's the foreman's job. We have a manager mode for our time tracking application to where they can actually clock the guys in for them, and they can submit their timesheets, goes to payroll, click a button, everybody gets paid. It's that simple. I hope I narrowed that down a little bit so it's a little easier.
I got more questions. I'm a small business guy, all right?
Oh, yeah.
I'm glad you want to take care of my guys. What's in it for me? How is that going to make my life a little bit easier being the owner of, I've only got 4, 5, 6 guys working for me. I'm small time, but I want to make sure that I can kind of keep track of my guys as well.
Yeah. I mean, there's certain scenarios that you could run into where maybe you have multiple jobs going at once, or as an owner for a small company, you're probably doing the work yourself.
Yep.
Right. And then some guys are at another job, and you just want to make sure that they're clocking in when they actually get to the job.
And I know some guys too. Let me say, some of these workers, they might want to sneak in and leave early. So how would you be able to kind of track that?
We use geofencing and live GPS tracking so that the boss can actually get notified when the worker leaves a specific area. So
That's badass.
Oh yeah, you're gonna know exactly where your workers are at all time when they're clocked in. Of course, it doesn't track anything when they're clocked out.
Right.
But when they're clocked in, you have all the power in your hands to know exactly who's doing what for you. And then on the time tracking application, there's also notes in there where they can put in what work they've finished. And let's say they have to drive to another job. They can even track their mileage in there. And then even if they have like any injuries or anything for compliance, all of that's built into the application. It's super powerful for a business owner. And then on top of that, for small businesses, we've noticed that you guys need a lot of bookkeeping services.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have time to come home and do the books.
QuickBooks, no.
Man, you want to think about the next job and maybe even just focus on marketing and sales so that you can grow your little business and double up your employee count and double up your business. So what Lumber does is we actually take on the bookkeeping services as well at a super low cost. So that's something that's been really appealing to a lot of companies that we've been speaking with that are that are actually in the small business area.
Nikki, you're dying to ask him something. Go.
Well, I'm just saying, how do you know I left the job? Is it on my personal phone, or does the company have to provide you? Now, see, I'm old and cynical.
Yep.
So the odds of me letting you use my cell phone for company work, unless I got to get some money for using my personal stuff. So how does that work then? And again, I'm old and cynical, so
we've seen it go both ways. So it's either, and that's totally based on the business owner. So they can actually provide the phones to you so that it has that capability, or you just use your own phone and it's super easy just to enable the functions so that you can clock in and clock out.
What is kind of cool, and I can kind of relate to what Nikki's saying. However, here at Alpha Media, I have a phone allowance. They pay on my check every month. I get to pay a phone allowance. We still have a phone that's still at our desk. It is a paperweight. Nobody uses it anymore. Everybody's got our cell number. So yeah, I get it's a small allowance, but I get a phone allowance every 2 weeks when I get my check. So I'm sure that would be probably something you guys could do in there as well, right?
Easily.
Yes.
Yep.
I know you want to walk and conquer the construction company, but I think you have opened up a good can of worms.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, the things that I'm already thinking that your company can do to streamline and help a lot of these small businesses, you're going to blow the world with this thing. I really do.
That's the vision, right? So we want to start with construction. We want to help every construction company, and then, ultimately branch out to manufacturing and all those other businesses that are struggling with this exact same process. I think construction is the most paper heavy industry out there today, so we want to take our time and make sure we do it right for them first, and then expand out.
All right, so your website is up. When are you doing like the big launch and everything? What's happening right now?
Big launch. I'm so excited. September 12th. It's going to be massive. We have customers lined up ready to use our stuff. We actually have beta customers in line. We're going to be launching them in 2 weeks. And that the door is still open to become that beta customer, so you guys can actually.
When you say beta customer, I don't know. What
so beta customer is somebody that can actually use the product pre-launch before we even launch. Yeah, so you guys get to use it, give us feedback. There's no charge; it's totally free. So you can give us that feedback that we need, so that we know that there's no bugs. Everything's good to go. We're super excited, and then when we launch, everybody's going to have a premium application that's going to be first class for the construction industry, that is totally cost efficient for your business.
I'm just thinking, man, if I got a small construction business, and I tell you what, you're selling me, and I'm looking forward to it. Occasionally, I'm going to need to talk to a live person. Are you guys going to have that kind of assistance as well?
Oh, yeah. So we're going to have full-on support. That's actually something that the CEO comes from. He actually built a company called Strike Deck. I mean, they specialize in customer success. As far as how everybody's going to be treated for support, every construction company that signs up with us is going to be very impressed with how open we are with communication to helping them, and fast. So I think that's the biggest thing is
Yes.
if you have questions, we have answers, and you're going to be totally taken care of from our entire team.
Lou, if people want more information about your company, what's the best way to get a hold of you?
Please go to our website first, lumberfi.com, lumberfi.com. You can also email me, lou@lumberfi.com, and then call me, text me, doesn't matter, 224-545-2548. I think I'm getting a phone call right now.
All right.
Well, congratulations, Louie. We're proud of you, buddy.
Yeah, I tell
so
you what,
much,
it was
you
great
guys.
to see you too. All right, we got to get out of here.